The confirmed number of cases of the coronavirus in Los Angeles County today remains at 107,667. The confirmed number of deaths at 3,454. Here in Torrance, the total number of confirmed cases are 599, with total confirmed deaths at 51. Welcome to COVID-19 Today. I'm Christine Lee. It's 2 p.m. on Sunday, July 5th. Thanks so much for tuning in. The United States recorded fewer than 50,000 new coronavirus cases for the first time in 4 days, while the world set a global record for confirmed infections in a 24-hour period. According to the World Health Organization, the number of new COVID-19 cases worldwide reaches 212,326 cases in the last 24 hours, with the U.S. contributing to a majority of those positive cases, along with large numbers reported in Brazil and India. Experts say that the dip in cases could be due to a number of agencies reducing data updates during the national holiday weekend. In fact, health officials fear the holiday might end up accelerating the spread, with millions of Americans gathering in public places to celebrate the holiday. Los Angeles County Department of Public Health says it plans to improve its data processing systems over the weekend and will not report new data until Monday. We hope to have those numbers to report on our 4 p.m. broadcast tomorrow. With most Southern California beaches closed, many flocked southbound to one beach that remained open. San Clemente saw a high number of visitors hanging out at the beach this weekend, while Torrance Beach and coastlines in Los Angeles, Ventura, and Orange counties remain closed. Beach parking lots, bike paths, and piers also remain temporarily closed through the holiday weekend. Torrance police reported that residents and visitors are following the rules and staying off the beach. Patrol remains high along the coastlines as many local agencies hope to prevent congregating in public spaces like at the beach, which could increase the risk of transmission. The beaches in Los Angeles County are expected to reopen at 5 a.m. tomorrow morning. As most professional fireworks shows were canceled throughout Southern California, many residents took it upon themselves to light up the skies last night. While the Los Angeles County Fire Department saw its second busiest day in calls for service, Torrance Fire reported normal activity with minimal incidents related to fireworks. Torrance Police, however, did report a high volume of calls related to complaints of loud noises and illegal fireworks setting off in some neighborhoods. Patrol was increased through the weekend on bikes at the park, on four-wheel quads at the beach, and more patrol units on the streets to ensure the public's safety. Torrance Police reminds the community, if you see something, say something. You can call the non-emergency hotline at 310-328-3456. Due to all of the illegal fireworks lighting the skies this weekend, several counties in Southern California were issued an air quality advisory by the South Coast Air Quality Management District. Los Angeles, Orange, Riverside, and San Bernardino counties received warning ahead of the 4th of July weekend, anticipating fireworks to emit high levels of particulate matter, as well as metal air pollutants, which can all contribute to negative health effects. The SCA QMD says the 4th of July is typically the worst day of the year for fine particulate matter in the South Coast Air Basin. According to the advisory, the air quality index could reach the very unhealthy category or higher due to all of the fireworks set off on the holiday. Officials say breathing in fine particulate matter can lead to a wide variety of cardiovascular and respiratory health effects. The advisory says those with heart or lung disease, older adults, and children are at the greatest risk and should consider avoiding outdoor activities this weekend. A partial eclipse was seen early this morning as the moon was close enough to be opposite the sun, creating a partial shadow of the Earth. The buck moon or full moon was seen shortly after midnight. While it was difficult to see with the naked eye, the moon will appear full for about 3 days surrounding the eclipse from Friday evening through early Monday morning, making this weekend a full moon weekend. Now July is expected to be a fun month for stargazing. On July 14th, Jupiter will reach opposition, followed by Saturn a few nights later on July 20th. This means they will be at their closest points to the Earth and brightest. Then a meteor shower is expected to occur on July 28th. Summer vacations will look different this year during the health crisis, as many are most likely to avoid planes, cruises, or hotel stays. But what is seeing a surge this summer are the rental of recreational vehicles. RV Share, a popular peer-to-peer vehicle rental company, says they've increased RV bookings by more than 1,600% since April. They expect that trend to continue to rise through Labor Day weekend, as many say they feel more secure traveling in a controlled environment. Instead of driving to crowded cities, most RV renters are set to head to secluded destinations focused on the great outdoors. Now, the Centers for Disease Control and Prevention says traveling by RV, staying at RV parks overnight, and getting gas or supplies at other public places may put you and those traveling with you in close contact with others. To practice social distancing, wear a face covering when outside of your RV. Officials recommend avoiding public restrooms if at all possible, along with picnic areas at campsites. Also, be aware that many local, state, and national public parks have been temporarily closed due to COVID-19. For many hitting the highway for a summer road trip, whether it's an RV or just our car, travel experts say there are a few essential items that you should pack before hitting the road. The checklist to stay safe during the ongoing health crisis includes hand sanitizer, at least 2 face masks per person, disinfectant wipes or spray, paper lunch bags to place your dirty or used face mask in case it gets contaminated, a thermometer, disposable latex gloves, extra doses of medication, and health insurance cards. You can check out AAA's travel restrictions map online to map out your destinations. Officials say if you plan to travel beyond California, hotel openings may vary state to state and county to county within each state, so to plan ahead and ask about sanitizing measures and protocols in place. Avoid dropping in and try to make a reservation ahead of time wherever you go. Minimize the stops while on the road to limit exposure to the virus. Pay for expenses ahead of time to avoid in-person transactions, and see if online check-ins are available as well. You can find information at triptych.aaa.com. We may have been miscalculating the age of our dogs all these years. Researchers at UC San Diego School of Medicine released a new formula that more accurately compares the age of dogs to humans. Now, we've always equated 1 dog year to 7 human years, but experts say because the two species don't age at the same rate over the course of their lives, the human calculations of the age of a dog is not perfectly linear comparison. The study was published in the Cell Systems Journal and says experts tracked the molecular changes in the DNA of certain breeds and studied the change in their genome. The study showed dogs in fact age at a much faster rate than humans early in their lives and then slow down after reaching maturity. Based on the study, a 1-year-old dog compares to a 30-year-old human, a 4-year-old dog to a 52-year-old person, and a 14-year-old dog is more likely to be closer to someone between 70 and 80 human years old. The rate of aging is set to decrease significantly after dogs turn 7 years old. A special flyover took place in Torrance on the 4th of July. The Torrance Tiger Squadron flew over Torrance Boulevard on Saturday around 2:30 p.m. to commemorate the 4th of July holiday. They also flew over both hospitals in Torrance. The Tiger Squadron is made up of a special group of pilots. They are a precision formation flying and aircraft display team based out of the Torrance Airport. We saw them take to the skies on Memorial Day to honor frontline heroes as well as salute the United States Armed Forces. The Tiger Squadron has been a long-time participant in the annual Armed Forces Day Parade and celebration and are made up of military pilots, instructors, airline pilots, and experienced civilian pilots. Torrance City Council members will return online come Tuesday evening for their first meeting in July. The council agenda is available online now to view. There you'll find the city will recognize outgoing 2020 commissioners on July 7th. A resolution will be read honoring a longtime general services employee upon his retirement after nearly 30 years of service to Torrance, and council members will proclaim the month of July as Parks and Recreation Month in the city of Torrance. The community will also have a chance to participate in oral communications at the beginning of the meeting. The public will be allowed to speak for up to 1 minute on any agenda item, 2 minutes if the caller chooses to speak on 2 or more agenda items, and an additional 1 minute for general comments, having a potential of up to 3 minutes to speak. The city manager will also give council members an update on the city's COVID-19 recovery efforts. Tuesday's meeting agenda is available to view online now. The community is encouraged to participate by emailing ahead or calling in at the beginning of the meeting. You can do so by emailing council meeting public comment at torranceca.gov or call 310-618-2404. All comments emailed by 2 p.m. on the day of the meeting will be included as a supplemental on the city's website prior to the meeting. Comments received after 2 p.m. but prior to the end of the meeting will be added to the record. The meeting can be seen Tuesday evening beginning at 7 p.m. live on City Cable as well as over the air on 25.2, online at torranceca.gov, Facebook, as well as on YouTube. TUSD continues to provide an essential service to families throughout the summer months. Now heading into July, the free breakfast and lunch program resumes after the holiday weekend as 4 campuses in Torrance will host distributions of meals tomorrow. This takes place on Mondays and Thursdays during the summer months at Carr, Edison, and Torrance Elementary Schools and J.H. Hull Middle School. Now, what's new about the summer program is that tomorrow, days worth of meals will be distributed, and on Thursdays, 4 days worth of meals will be given out. The summer meal program runs through August 25th. Menu items vary week to week. For more information, go to tusd.org. This program is open to anyone under 18. More than 4,300 colleges and universities are working towards a COVID-compliant plan to reopen campuses this fall and resume classes. School presidents are said to be working on ways to provide on-campus COVID-19 testing systems. Nearly all universities say they plan for a mix of online and in-person classes with strict guidelines for social distancing and mask-wearing protocols in place. Student housing will likely be reconfigured, possibly even eliminating shared rooms and establishing backup dorms for those infected or under quarantine, and computer systems will need more power and security for massive online offerings. Temperature checks for staff, regular deep cleaning, and enforcement of limited occupancy in dining halls and classrooms will also be needed. Most university coronavirus plans state that the health of students and employees are their #1 concern, with all having some level of testing planned, along with face mask rules and social distancing protocols in place. Health experts and faculty fear these testing programs and safety measures may not be enough to prevent future spread of the virus if students don't take it upon themselves to practice the measures. The Centers for Disease Control and Prevention says cases are surging in younger demographics in the South and West. Cal State University Systems announced that most in-person classes will switch to remote learning, as well as in the UC Systems and at the University of Southern California. Stanford says they plan to start its fall term earlier and allow only half of undergraduates back to campus each quarter. Rice, Notre Dame, and Purdue also say they will end its term before Thanksgiving to avoid the reemergence of the virus in late fall, hoping to avoid students being exposed to the virus at home, then bring it back to campus after the break. With the majority of Americans having to cancel traditional summer plans due to COVID-19, we want to see how you and your family are making special changes to ensure your summer fun continues and you're still finding ways to fill your summer days. Whether you're planning a camping trip, road trip, or headed to a staycation somewhere, or just a day trip somewhere, send us your trip itinerary, camping checklist, road maps, or pictures from your special summer plans. We'd love to see how you are making the most of your summer and hopefully inspire others. Email us at covid19today@torranceca.gov. Well, before we go, at the end of each program, we like to share stories from our community. Feel-good pictures, images, and videos that remind us of how resilient our community is and reflect how Torrance truly cares. Now, last night, in lieu of the traditional fireworks show that usually happens in Torrance, City Cable reprised last year's spectacular show to keep residents home and safe while enjoying the annual tradition. In case you missed it, here's a view of what was aired.
Twilight's last gleaming that. Let freedom ring from every village and every hamlet, from every state and every city.
Let freedom ring. Let freedom ring. Let
We hope you all had a safe and happy 4th of July holiday. Staying home and staying safe is the best way we can all show how Torrance cares. If you have a great 4th of July photo or story to share, or just want to say hello, send us an email. We'd love to hear from you. That's our update for COVID-19 today. We hope you'll join us again tomorrow at 4 p.m. as Ben McCain brings you the latest updates. Be safe, stay healthy, and thanks for tuning in. We'll see you next time.
For the sweaty faces and the hidden smiles, the foggy glasses and the sore ears, the determined looks and the muffled laughs. A simple piece of fabric makes a big statement. I care. Let's all do our part to slow the spread. Wear a mask. Learn more at covid19.ca.gov.